Alrighty, welcome, beautiful people, to Heaven on Earth Astrology. I'm Michael, the Leo Mystic. This is where we observe the rhythm of the heavens to speak the language of the soul. And this is the astrological forecast, a special edition for the full moon in Leo. And, not because I'm a Leo, but it's probably happening because I'm a Leo. This is obviously a moon that is very close to my heart. And lately I've been really feeling it, knowing it, understanding it. And I wanted to share some tremendous insights that I just received, I guess, because this is happening in my first house. And I'm pretty sure that these are things that other people are overlooking, and I just hope I can bring a new perspective. This full moon in Leo really is about the queen and the king within us, and to really the ability to use that light where, this new moon in Leo that happens on the 5th of February. That is happening on the full moon is happening on the 5th of February, but the new moon seed in Leo was on the 28th of July in 2022. So you'd have to think back of what were you doing back then, and what were you sending out into the world then. But as we're looking, this is a light of Leo that is coming to fruition, and we're bringing the light of that summer energy, that light energy that is coming to fruition. But we're being asked right now to bring it from a future perspective. So we're being asked to be a Leo right now, but from the future. So we're being asked to be the future light, and to embody that light, and to use that creative force in service of humanity and of the future, but by stepping up. And I want to show you, I really want to go down really deep into the astrology and show you the aspects, show you the astrology behind it all. So I want to share with you my screen. And, before I go there, I think it's important to understand that this is a full moon, and that this is a something coming to fruition, that this is intense energy of Leo energy. And yes, we're going to have that like big ego, big dick energy, as they sometimes say, but it's just big witch energy as well, big womb energy, that creative force of the universe, and the ability to embody it, the ability to shine it. And these are important cycles that are happening. It's a cycle of 6 months and of 2 weeks, obviously. And now that the sun is in Leo, the moon is in Leo, the sun becomes important, and the moon obviously is very important with this full moon. And these are very important cycles, and you have to really tune in order to reap the benefits fully, and that's why Charlotte and I have this tremendously beautiful community where we're bringing that light, where we help you to tap into your light, the light of the universe, the light of the planets that are alive within you, and to align your vibration, your frequency with the rhythm of Mother Earth and the stars, nature in general. And that's what we do inside the Heaven on Earth community. I would really invite you to just go out and explore, and I'm going to put the link in the description below, to really explore and maybe hopefully see you there in the community, where you join a group of people that are learning to live according to the cycles of Mother Earth and the stars. So check out all of that out. It is in Dutch at this moment, but we might put it all in English if you ask us to do so, and there are many of you. So that being said, let's go into the astrology here. So I do want to share with you my screen. So, okay, this is the chart of the full moon. Okay, and so right off the bat, we see something very important that I think is something that they're not talking about. And obviously, the obvious thing that they're talking about is that Sun is in Aquarius, and that the ruler of Aquarius is Uranus, and that Uranus is squaring both the Sun and the Moon. And that in and of itself is going to bring unexpectedness, is going to bring shocks. And I see this as a shock, like the image that I got was the shock of, when your battery doesn't run, and your battery here of, the moon in this chart, at least it's for Antwerp, is in the 12th house, which is beyond your control, like the creative force of God beyond your control. But, if you are in the US, this is a completely different chart, probably. But so let's not dive too much into the specificity of this chart. But, we can look at, this is general for everybody, this Uranus square the moon and the sun is like waking that light up within all of us. It's like Uranus is exactly in the middle. Now, if we were to go back to this new moon chart in Leo, it was trining Jupiter. So this expansive energy was there, but Mars was also on Uranus. And, I could show you, but, just take my word for it at the moment. I do want to keep focusing on this chart. So the fact that Uranus is in the middle here, in between the moon and the sun, there's a shocking thing that needs to happen, where we're going to have to be awakened from, and it depends on your personal chart, what that exactly is, but it is a shocking news. It is shocking revelation, a shocking insight, something shocking with a person, something that's going to wake you up, and something that's going to ignite that battery, that's going to start the car where the battery was dead. So, that is important, but the Uranus is very close to the North Node. So it's awakening us to our self-value, our self-worth, and Venus is in Pisces. So it's the dream. It's awakening the dream. But Venus is squaring Mars. So there's something that we're learning on how to implement the dream by learning something, Mars and Gemini, by putting our words and our actions in alignment. And that's kind of hard. And this is kind of like where your personal relationships or something with money or value is being put to the test, so that you can search for an answer, Mars and Gemini. Now, here's something that I personally discovered, and I'm pretty sure not a lot of people are going to be talking about it, but so okay, I was listening the other day to a podcast where what was his name again? William something, I forgot, but he's a medical astrologer, and he was explaining how the South Node here is linked to the root chakra. Okay. And so the South Node is the point of, obviously, the start of growth, because this is what we have to let go, right? And we're going to have to come here into this North Node in Taurus, which is where he was talking about the third eye. And we could call this awakening. And this could be like the path to enlightenment, if you will. So if that's the case, and we follow the growth of the zodiac signs from Scorpio to Sag to Capricorn to Aquarius to Pisces to Aries to Taurus, the enlightenment is really heaven on earth currently, especially with Uranus very close to the North Node. But what's more is that we're going to have to go through this initiation path of Mercury, Pluto, Sun, Saturn, Venus, Neptune, Jupiter, Chiron. Now, that's the important thing I want to talk to you about. You see how on the right side, this is right, this is left, and we could call this the belly of the dragon. Oh man, the belly. This side here is the belly of the dragon. We're like inside. Okay, inside. And you know, if you think, oh man, I'm obviously not doing it with my pen. You could use inside, or you can say an insight with a H. It doesn't let me write here, but I guess, you know, insight, whatever. Insight with GHT. You know what I'm getting at. Okay. It's like insight roll. Anyway, insight. So there's an insight when we go inside the belly, and we kind of like go into this initiation path. And the reason I'm calling this an initiation path is because Uranus is on the North Node, and also because it's the initiation to king energy of Leo, right? And that ultimately is to reign over your own kingdom, but also to bring your unique talents. And this is why, you know, the moon pointing to the sun in Aquarius, we're going to have to bring our gift back to community, to service of the world, to humanitarianism, whatever. It's a unique expression that the world needs to be benefit from. But before we do that, we going to have to go into our North Node in Taurus, Uranus. Now, okay, so the interesting part is that on the left side, in order to get here, this is like freedom, the left side, right? This is a free path. This is where we're doing it in the world, where we're being our Leoness, moon in Leo, and where also Mars in Gemini is by itself, and Uranus and Taurus is by itself. So the freedom and to find the answer and to align our words and our actions, Mars and Gemini, and to be the Leo, right? We're going to have to go through this initiation path. And you know, you see how on the left side all these planets are by themselves, and on the right side here we have always one personal planet. If we could call Jupiter is not a personal planet, but you know, it's our conscious. These are all the conscious planets, conscious belief system. Venus is our values, our physical body, you know, our senses. The sun is obviously our energy, and Mercury is our mind, our communication. And all these personal or conscious planets, right, are teaming up with the big boys, with Chiron, with Neptune, with Saturn, with Pluto. These are like the unconscious planets, and I would call them maybe more fate planets, and like truly the gods, really in the heavens judging. And the first thing that we need to do in order to get to the Leo, to be free, to find the answer, and to align our words and our actions is, and when we rise, the first part that we're going to have to meet is Mercury in Capricorn and Pluto in Capricorn. This is a new integrity to be found within the depths of Pluto, within your shadow. You're going to have to face a shadow. You're going to have to look for your power deeply within. And it is maybe, you know, doing some shadow work, but also facing some fears, Pluto, and to recognize the true power, the true leadership that you possess. And this is about honoring your integrity. And integrity is always about aligning your words and your actions, doing that. But you're going to have to be, you're going to be tested, right? By who? By Saturn. And Saturn and the sun is like knowing the rules, the game, rules of the game. There's a responsibility that you hold, and you're going to have to, like, you could see this path of initiation as like something that is happening right now in your life, or that you're going to have to, like, it's going to be intensified during the full moon, or, you know, that you're now embarking on its path. And Mercury Pluto is facing the shadow, is like, you could see this as a path that you're walking on, and you're collecting these gifts along the way. But you're going to have to run through these tests, or you're going to be run by Saturn, the tests. And so you're going to have to play according to some rules here and find your own integrity. And the rules are being given to you, the rules of the future, the rule of this new paradigm, Saturn in Aquarius. And you're going to be given the rules, and you better, Mercury, right? Saturn, Mercury, Pluto, you better use your integrity in this one. You better use your highest version, your grown-up version on this one. And then after you've like had this responsibility check, this could be like, you know, authority figures or teachers or father or mother, like parent figures, or a government or institutions, or just any person or situation that could have like this, I would say authority over you, and they're telling you these are the rules. And it is in order to like get to the dream, Venus and Neptune, there's like on the third gate, if you will, you find Venus and Neptune, and that is like, it looks beautiful, and it is extremely beautiful. It's like you're gonna face and see the dream truly, but it is the gift of God, the gift of spirituality, of meditation, of deep contemplation, and of opening your senses and intuition. You're going to have to trust your intuition on this one. But what this truly is about for me here, this initiation path, is forgiveness. There's people that are going to have to be forgiven. There's situations that are going to have to be forgiven. There's relationships that are going to have to be forgiven. And you're going to have to forgive yourself, right? And that's the true test here. And that is how to receive the gift of you know, Neptune, of God, of your dream. Here is where your vision is collected. But remember, like here, the gift that you're going to get here is if you face your fears, if you face like your shadows, and like this is also where you control, where you like manipulate. And then like Pluto is going to give you the gift of true integrative, you know, communication, because I fucking lived that. I went through that shadow part. I went through those challenges. And here, like, I stood the test of responsibility. I shown that I know how to play according to the rules. And here, you know, I've shown that I dare to dream. I dare to explore the mystical parts of myself. I dare to listen to God, and I dare to forgive, right? And then the final test is really, it's that, you know, I would say it's not only just tests that you're going to have to go through and look for. They will probably have them by themselves. And Jupiter Chiron here, Jupiter is a teacher, and Chiron is a lesson. And so there's a lesson learned here. And I think this is more like, this has been going on for quite a while, and this is going to intensify. And it's a lesson of your action. It's a lesson of your confidence, where you can find your confidence. But you're going to discover where you have not been confident, where you have not taken the action, you know. And again, according to your own chart, the house is going to reveal what exactly that lesson and that confidence is about. And this is that wound that is exposed of the self, of the masculine, the wound of maybe grinding too hard, or of, you know, self-pity, of overprotectiveness, of, you know, defensive mode, of just like doing and not thinking, all those things. Just like, this is that gift that needs to, the lesson that needs to be learned about the masculine wound, about the self-identity. And, you know, when we have faced all these four parts, then here we come into this North Node, and we can collect the dream, and we can apply. And then Mars squared Neptune is going to put the dream into action, and is going to study, learn, and find all the answers. And that is the way to really get into your Leoness here. I think this initiation path is going to test. I mean, because it's like Saturn, no matter how far away it is into Aquarius, it is opposing the moon, right? And it is responsive, like it's a check-in on the moon as well. Can you hold the pressure? Can you stand the panel, like idol, or, you know, X factor, or whatever you want to call it, and you're like in front of this panel, and you're gonna have to prove yourself, right? And it's not about proving yourself to daddy or to mommy. No, it's just like, it's just stepping up and being a true, honest self and doing what you say, and that is true liberation, and that's going to like help you to ascend and truly manifest the dream life, if you will. But it's not going to go like you're going to have to meet up with Pluto and Saturn and Neptune and Chiron, man. It's just like, yeah, it's not going to be given to you, especially Saturn is just like going to make you feel restricted. Pluto is going to give you fears. Neptune is going to give you confusion and like is going to tempt you to escape and say like, all right, are you sure this is your dream? Like I have all like these beautiful gifts that are also like drugs and alcohol and, you know, whatever, games and social media and like masturbation and porn and whatever. And Chiron is going to expose the wound. So this is like that initiation path to the king. You know, and so this is something that started in the 28th of July that carries that Mars, Uranus, volatile energy, but it is about the liberation of the self, right? So anyway, that's my 2 cents on the full moon in Leo, and that's the full astrology. And I don't think I can go, well, you can always go deeper with astrology, but I'm just curious to hear whether this was helpful for you and whether this gave you some more insight and whether this is something that you want to, you know, have me do more of. You know, just let me know in the comments down below and hit a like button, share this video if you really appreciate it. And, you know, check out the Heaven on Earth community where you really, this is the information, but the Heaven on Earth community, Charlotte and I give all that practical embodiment energy to really live this, because now you know, but to be able to just live that truth, that's why we have all those meditations, guest speakers, and so much more, messages from spirit and moon meditations by Charlotte, to incorporate and to integrate into your life so that it's like you align with this energy and that you understand at a physical level, that you open your intuition, your physical body, and your senses, and to understand what it is that you want and to know how to go get it. That's what the Heaven on Earth community is really all about. Really want to invite you to come and explore learning all about those cycles. I hope to see you there. Much love. Happy full moon in Leo. Bye-bye.